How are we doing? Addy, what's going on? Chani, you're first? That is a first in itself. Wow, I'm super impressed. How we doing? How are we doing? Chani, I see you're in line for a reward this weekend, aren't you? I remember seeing on Twitter. So, good job there. Addy said a bit slow there. All right, well, you both crossed the finish line at the same time. How should we put it that way? I think that's the fairest way to do it, isn't it? But yeah, I'm sure Chani has a nice little prize coming tomorrow, I guess. Where did I see? Let's get the live screen going. Let me type in your name, Chani, and have a little look. Doing well, mate. Back into the reward. One more if Vitinha pulls an 80 plus tonight. Okay, let me type in Chani Sports, I think, isn't it? Okay. SO5 scores. Addy says he wasn't close, Harry. Come on, give him a chance, Addy. Okay, so yeah, like you said, you need an 81 for a reward in All-Star Rare, but I can see that maybe getting pushed even further with the amount of games that are left. Not that there's that many games left, but there is obviously a few. But yeah, Vitinha is definitely capable of a cheeky 100. Pablo Ruiz, nice little 84 there. What happened here with Igor? And then Champions Europe Rare, the Marseille stack just isn't cutting it right now. Some amazing scores there though. Payet 84, 76 Dembele, Saliba 75s, Caleta Car 72, and then Paul Lopez. I think he got an error led to goal, right? He is my captain, so could work out. I didn't see that, Chani. Yeah, you're right. He is your captain. Okay. Yeah, that's 100% doable then. 100%. I think you might sneak into a reward there for sure. Addy, if they fix Kashiawa scores, I might be in for a card finally. That'd be nice. Hopefully. I mean, I don't see why they shouldn't fix them. I've seen that like their scores are like everywhere else in the sense like, you know, the scores of that game are on SofaScore, etc. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Sounds like a Sorare problem, obviously. And then here is where Chani is 86th with 364.94 points. Koku with the 118, which is huge. Sinisterra with the 89. Ueda with the goal, 69. And then I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, so I'll try. Kyogo Tsunamoto. Silent T. We'll go Tsunamoto. And then De Kaiser with the 33. So what have we got? 95% complete. You're 45. I mean, yeah, you might drop out of the tier 2s. Maybe. But yeah, a very high tier 3 could be better than a low tier 2 anyway. So that could be something to definitely look out for there. What was I going to do here? I was going to throw in... I was going to throw the link to the live stream in a few Discords. Because why not? And yeah, and then I'll be back. Okay, that is that. Discord can move. So yeah, it'd be nice for you to get amongst the prizes again, Chani, for sure. You've definitely been due a prize. I'll tell you that for sure. The Kaiser conceded in the last minute as usual, ruined it all. Yeah, I mean, that was my biggest problem for a long time in the under 23s. Like when I first decided that like I really wanted to just concentrate on under 23s. The goalkeeper, like not getting a clean sheet was killing me because I had Etienne Green, who does does play for Saint Etienne, but he isn't even a starter right now. And then I had Alban Lafont before Lafont had his 100. Like, I had Lafont for like a year, and nonce were really bad, basically. And yeah, ever since I sold him, he seemed to have had a new lease of life, getting 100s, you know, clean sheets on the regular. So yeah, I was really struggling with getting clean sheets, and I was for a long time just not winning anything in under 23s, despite scoring some like good outfield scores. My goalkeepers were letting me down all the time. So yeah, that was super frustrating. But anyway, let's just have a little look at how I'm getting on. Obviously, the game week's still not finished yet with game week 258. And yeah, just talk you through a few things that have happened. So All-Star Rare, we have secured the 0.02 ETH. Marciano with the clean sheet, which was expected. Kosunu started, but poorish game. They conceded Leverkusen. So yeah, no clean sheet there. Nico actually had a surprisingly okay game. Obviously got the clean sheet, which massively helped his AA score, which was okay. Onana had another really, really good game. He actually missed 2 big chances. I was just having a conversation with someone on Twitter then. I'll show you the tweet. This guy, Tom Jarry, he fancies Onana to be like with a decisive, easily capable with or of 100 scores, and I think he's right, like genuinely now, because if Onana somehow gets into the Lille side next season, which I think is definitely possible, with the departures that looks like that could be happening there, yeah, this guy's a monster, like an actual monster. He reminds me a bit of Sousa, like scoring wise in the early days before Sousa kind of dropped off a little bit. Vinicius Sousa, that is. Shot on target, big chance created, attempted assist, penalty area, missed 2 big chances, like I said. Lost the ball 16 times, won the ball 8 times, lost 11 duels, but won 14. Had 4 interceptions, and a few accurate passes, and final third accurate passes, a couple long balls. And then in defence, he made 3 tackles. So he got a triple, which is obviously huge. And yeah, almost scored. He scored the game before and got like 94 or something. So yeah, I really see this kid really kicking on next season. And I'm gutted that I didn't play him in one of my under 23 teams this week. I only didn't play him because I was a little bit scared that he wouldn't play. Ferreira came off the bench, which was kind of expected. That's why I kind of threw him into the All-Star Rare team. But yeah, we've made ETH, so I'm more than happy with that. 293 points in All-Star Pro. Pice with the clean sheet, which I didn't expect, which was nice. Nothing in terms of an AA score, -2. Nico again with the 56, which was nice. Nishio was on for a decent score at one point. They actually beat Frontail 4-1, which was crazy. Aaron's just joined the party. What's going on, Aaron? I'm doing well, mate. I am doing really well, considering it's a Monday. Hope you're doing well as well, pal. But yeah, Nishio, don't know, he's just not scoring well enough for me right now, which is disappointing. Only lost the ball 11 times, but he made 1 final third pass, which is crazy, and he only made 17 passes. So yeah, nothing to shout about there. Arsene had a nice AA score. This is another regret of mine. I don't know why I didn't play him in an under 23 lineup, but I didn't. As my captain got me a 79 with just his AA. Camilla with an 11.2 AA, which was nice. Loads of attempted assists, penalty area, entrance. Yeah, just a solid-ish game from him. But yeah, nothing to shout about. We're 62 points away from a reward, which is very understandable when you're getting very average scores like I did there. I played a Champions America Rare Pro team because I just brought in Armani and De La Cruz, so I've basically got a River Plate stack now, which I probably won't play together because half of it's under 23s like Enzo and Alvarez, and then the other half isn't. I did buy a defender as well, but I didn't play him this game week, but I'll show you him now, why not? I only paid like £90 for him. Milton Casco, he got a nice little AA score last game. That's without a clean sheet. Did they get a clean sheet in the end? No, yeah, they didn't get a clean sheet. I think it was, the other team scored a crazy weird goal. Like, it was basically an own goal, but the way it went in was just freakishly strange. So yeah, 73. He's a left back, so he is prone to the fullback tax. I did bring in a few commons, a few limiteds as well, which we'll get into. But yeah, bought an Armani, bought a De La Cruz and bought a Casco. I'm annoyed that I didn't buy Santiago Simon, because he ended up getting like an 83 or something, and he was a similar price to De La Cruz. So yeah, that is a frustrating one now. So yeah, I've probably missed the boat on him a little bit. I was trying to get a super rare as well, but that didn't go to plan. So yeah, played this team. I had a feeling Sloan wouldn't play, and he didn't, to be fair. Campbell got a decent score as a super rare. De La Cruz is my captain, nothing crazy. And Pomical, I watched the Dallas game. He was okay. He had a bit of an injury as well, to be fair. But yeah, no clean sheet for Amani. And then the Specialist Limited League. My first time for everyone entering this league. It was fun. It was just another team to cheer on, which I enjoyed. Vargas didn't get the clean sheet. Aaron Long got a decent score, to be fair, considering his L15 was like under 40. Zakarian hit the woodwork as well. Oh, he would have had a monster score then if he would have scored that then. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted with the Arsenal situation. And then, yeah, nonetheless, Akumo got a solid 66 for me in a 2-all draw with Cercle Bruges. Mickey Lendl actually had a really good AA game. Loads of attempted assists, 5 attempted assists, and 17 penalty area entries. But yeah, no assists, so solid 59. And then Jordan Morris actually, technically scored. He didn't. It was given as an own goal. So I didn't get the decisive for that. I was 7 points away from a tier 3 limited. And I was 107 points away from a top 3 finish. So yeah, the scores weren't crazy high. What's that? 367? Which isn't crazy, is it? To be honest, it was, I guessed like 375. 375, I'm sure I guessed in my last live. So yeah, pretty happy with how that sort of planned out. It means I can use Vargas again. It means I can use a few of these players again. Morris is still under L40. Still L15 under 40, sorry. So yeah, that was a bit of fun. And then we've still got a lineup running with Diego Costa playing at, 3:15 my time, like just under 2 hours from now, where I could still win a reward, to be fair. Enzo Fernandez was incredible, got me 100 points. He was unbelievable, scored against his ex-club, 2 tackles, 1, got his double-double, loads of accurate passes, loads of final third passes, a couple of duels won as well, and then attempted assists, big chances created. At the last minute, Enzo's crossed the ball for Alvarez, and he missed a really good chance. And that was his 3rd big chance missed in the game, which is crazy, isn't it? Minus 15 points for that. So, like, if that goal would have went in at the end, I would have been laughing, to be fair, because that would have been an Alvarez decisive, another Enzo decisive. Yeah, it would have been crazy, to be fair. So, yeah, frustrating, but also very happy. With Seo Young-woo as well as my captain. Wasn't the best choice. Obviously, Enzo as my captain would have been a lot more efficient, but it is what it is. He still got a decent AA score, very good AA score of 30. Didn't get the clean sheet. At one point, he had it. They scored pretty late on the other team. So, yeah, 3 tackles, 1 interception, a load of duels, 1. To be fair, he lost the ball 20 times as well, which is kind of crazy, to be fair. But yeah, still with a 30 AA score with no clean sheet, which was nice. Got me 81. And then for Fana, this obviously looking back was a bit of a mistake. 1-all draw with United. He got a yellow card, a foul, an error led to shot. So there's minus 5 points. Got 1 tackle, load of clearances. Obviously they conceded a goal. Lost the ball 9 times. Didn't win enough duels for my liking. Did win 3 interceptions, to be fair, which was nice. A decent amount of passes, but nothing crazy with the final third situation. He did get a shot on target. He had an unbelievable header saved by De Gea. Like an unbelievable header. The save was incredible. So that, it's just fine lines. It really is really hard to predict. But yeah, if the amount of players I could have played instead of him could have been, even Nico would have got a better score. Arsene, obviously, and even Onana as my extra, because obviously I played 2 defenders. So, annoying, but we're still in the chance of winning something. If Costa gets us a clean sheet, we should definitely get a nice little tier 3. If he plays amazingly well, we might be able to catch Chani in the tier 2s, but I think it's a little bit out of reach, to be honest, because a load of people will probably have Costa as well. So, yeah, if we end the game week with 0.02 in the tier 3, I'm not going to be disappointed at all. But this next team is going to, is just an absolute sore one to take. So 342 points with 4 players played. I'm 27 points away from a tier 2. I'm only 85 from a star rare. Eric Garcia, man, you broke my heart. Or Xavi broke my heart, to be honest. Garcia's been incredible over the last few games, to be honest. I know there's been certain situations where, someone's not fit and he's kind of filling in for whatever reason. But ultimately, he hasn't let Xavi down at all. Obviously, we saw that in the Clasico. So yeah, I was really, really disappointed to see that he didn't even come off the bench. I mean, I know Araujo and Piqué are probably the best 2 centre-backs. I get it. But it was just a tough one to take. Visharan got an assist, but then got brought off. He only played 37 minutes. No AA score there. I had a really good feeling about Sergio Gomez. I remember saying it in my was it after my stream? I think I amended my team after the stream on Thursday, and I had a funny feeling that Gomez was going to play really well. And finally, we got that game out of him. He got an assist late on, and he had a really good AA score as well. So I got that one right. Gakpo came off the bench and got himself a goal. This team shouldn't have won anything, and it hasn't won anything. But on the other hand, when your goalkeeper's getting you 72 points and your defender's getting you over 100, and everyone else scores over 75, it's just really disappointing to look at. And then the worst thing about it is every other Super Rare defender that I've got. So George Campbell being 1, scored 60. Nishio scored 44. Obviously isn't great, but better than 0. And then who else? Nico Williams scored 66 as a Super Rare. And I haven't showed you, but Jordan Bayer, who I have a Super Rare of, ended up scoring 72 against Mainz. So I didn't even play him at all. Look. 68 in the end. He got me an 83. I didn't play him there. I obviously then played him against Bochum away. He scored 39. I chose not to play him against Mainz because international break, he just had COVID. I was a little bit, unsure if he was going to play. He did obviously play and got a wicked score. He would have got me 90 points. I know it's easy to say that, but yeah, would have been a nice little 90 points. And I would have probably scraped into the tier. The star rares. So yeah, bitterly disappointing that one is. I'm always one player away, and I know everyone probably feels like this. I just feel like I'm always one DMP away from a really good prize, and it's just really frustrating. And I was actually speaking to Sean Newsham, who does the Sorare Data, the Friday analysis show with Andrew, and yeah, we kind of had a little discussion about how subs could possibly be a decent little implementation in the future, I think. And I'm not saying this from a biased perspective because this has just happened. This happens to people every weekend. But I think, if we had some sort of sub situation, I don't know how it would exactly work. But I just think there'd be so much more engagement because, you could set your teams on Friday, right, at 10 a.m. or whatever it is, UK time. And then by 1 p.m., the news might have broke that somebody's got COVID or somebody's just, I don't know, whatever the situation is, to where you get a DMP before anyone's even played, right? That just makes you disengage. Your whole weekend of fantasy football on Sorare is basically ruined because an external factor. And I get research and I understand that's all part of the game, but I think it would be so much more engaging if there was subs in some capacity. Let me know what you think. Addy says subs would make it too easy though. But would it? Would it make it too easy? I don't think it would make it too easy. I think it would make it easier. But there's got to be a way where there's got to be something they can do to where they can just, I don't know. I just think it just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't think it helps with engagement, But maybe that's just my biased view. Chani says, subs would make the whales give everyone else 0 chance, in my opinion. Not a fan. But then my argument to that is, Chani, these whales have such big galleries anyway, to where they can almost guarantee not to get a DMP because they have so much choice, if that makes sense. Like, if they're picking 5 players, they can probably pick 5 players that are going to start because they have so much choice, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong, which is fine. I mean, I'm more than happy to be wrong, but I don't know, I just think there's got to be something they can do to where, like, DMPs aren't a thing. Maybe we should just live with them. Fair enough, but Shakaboom seems to agree with Chani as well. I get it. I do understand what you guys are saying for sure, but I don't know. I just think I don't know. Maybe it's just because the whole Garcia situation's got me feeling some type of way. Addy says it's the margin of error. I think it's too big with subs. Elaborate on that, Addy. What do you mean by that? I'd be interested to know what you mean. But yeah, going into the super rares, Tani got an okay score, just under 55. They lost 1-0 to Hiroshima. Nico got, like we've mentioned, decent little 66.8, nothing crazy. Frankie Amaya got sent off for a challenge that I cannot believe he got sent off for. I'm not sure if we can show it on the stream, to be fair. I'll probably get copyright or whatever. But the tackle was a very clean tackle. And the ref gave him a second yellow, and he obviously got sent off, which is just completely so annoying. But yeah, it is what it is. They actually beat New England, which was very, very surprising. Late on, it was an own goal, to be fair. And yeah, Suzuki, very poor game against Antlers. Dobbins is just joining the party. Dobbins, what's going on, mate? And then Wook had a decent AA score for a forward, but no decisive away to Potang. Chani says they get plenty of DMPs from what I've seen on Blackpool's accounts, for example. Giving them a chance to swoop in a sub hurts the chance of others who didn't have a DMP to compete against them. Yeah, I guess giving them a chance to swoop in. Yeah, no, I get it. I do get that point of view for sure. I really do. Yeah, no, I think it's a very good point. I do, to be fair, Chani. I'll give you that one. Maybe I retract my statement. If sub function gets implemented, they should have a 50% on their score, maybe. Yeah, like, I don't think the sub should be able to have, like, the same amount of score, like what Chinese suggested there. That could work. I just think there needs to be some sort of score on a card, if that makes sense. If you enter 5 cards, like, you shouldn't have a 0, is what I'm getting at. Maybe it shouldn't be like a full scoring situation. There should be some sort of punishment or penalty, whatever it is. But there definitely needs to be something, I personally think. Ali says, for example, Top Limited this week scored 503, which is disgusting. It would allow people who maybe don't research as much to the level the advantage with people who do research. Whales who don't. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's all. That just comes down to you. Like, don't be on a game if you can't research. Like, it's just one of them. Like, that just comes down to your personal situation, I guess. But yeah, no, I do get your points for sure. I do like the suggestion of maybe the 50%, like a minus 50% point situation. Yeah, I just think you. All I'm saying is, I don't think there should be a 0 on a card, if that makes sense. Unless, like, he's had a really bad game and he's got sent off and, all sorts. But I just don't think you should have a player, because you're only picking 5. It's not as if you're picking, like, an 11. You're only picking 5. And if one of them doesn't play, you're out of the weekend completely. I don't know. Phil says, if I had to name subs, I'd lose half my lineups. Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know how that would work in terms of, like, if a player's a sub in one lineup, can he then start in another lineup? It gets dicey. It does. I'll be honest. It does get dicey. So yeah, I understand it. It gets complicated. It gets it gets funny. But I don't know. I just don't like seeing 0s. I just don't think we should see 0s, to be honest. But it is what it is. Of a tier 3 maybe in under 23s. And yeah, let's just look forward now to game week. Well, I'll show you a few of the players I've bought over the last few days. So I sold my Ryan Gravenberch rare card like over a week ago now. I had a little bit of an ETH balance for a while. I didn't know what to do with it. I ended up basically putting it into I bought a few limited for the Specialist League, and then after that, with the majority of the money, I ended up buying a few River Plate boys to go with Enzo and Alvarez, because obviously they play in the Copa Libertadores, so they play midweek, and then obviously they play on the weekend as well. Ended up buying an Armani for like quite a lot, to be fair. 0.68 at the time I just bought him from the market. I'm not sure what he's trading at right now. You can buy one for 0.76. You might be able to get him a bit cheaper. But obviously, with the whole situation in August, like, rare keepers are only going to really increase in value, I think. So, yeah, I wanted to get one in to where, all the way through the summer now, I'll be able to put a lineup out. Whether, it might not be an under 23 lineup, but at least it's a lineup. And yeah, bought a De La Cruz, obviously plays for Uruguay as well, which I like. Hasn't really hit the decisives recently. But when I watch River, he's a decent little player. Obviously, he'll probably share minutes with Barco, I imagine. So yeah, there's probably a bit of rotation risk there. And then I bought a Milton Casco, who I said earlier, obviously £90. Pretty cheap. I think you can still buy him for a similar price. He's old. Like, he's getting on a bit. He's 33. Why not? He's footballing terms old. You can still buy one for £99, £96. Yeah, just the left back from River. And yeah, I'll just probably throw those lineups, those teams in lineups, between like All-Star Rare Pro, All-Star Rare. In the midweeks, basically, just so I can still collect the ETH and maybe have a chance of winning a card. And then I bought a few other limiteds to play the Specialist League this midweek. So, yeah, Specialist League this week is a minimum of 2 players with an average of 45 or below, and a maximum of, obviously, of 60 or above, and then maximum 2 players allowed from the same team. So, yeah, I ended up buying a few players to go with the existing players I had, because Vargas has a game midweek, so I thought, you know what, I'll buy a few players just so I can throw out a team. Morris also has a game. Addy says the River midfield is dicey. Pavlicino on the bench too. Yeah, you are right. There's a load of rotation risk, isn't there? To be fair, with the River boys. But yeah, Morris obviously has a game against, I think it's New York. So yeah, I bought a few players to pair with Morris and Vargas. I bought this Luis Reyes, defender for Atlas, and then I also bought a Christian Roldan for £66, who is a decent player, to be fair, can score hundreds on his day. And then I bought an Escara as well, my first 2022/23 card. He's got a nice fixture this midweek against Shimizu. I'm hoping he qualifies as one of my under 45. So I'll show you that team now, because that team's not gonna change. Basically, I have no other options. So we're going with the Vargas Reyes Atlas stack, and we're going with the Roldan and Morris Seattle stack. They're playing at home to New York. Atlas are at home to Nexca, or whoever that is, and then Escara, like I said, is at home to Shimizu. So all favourable fixtures, to be fair. I know this was a big mistake, to be fair. I obviously saw there was a limited special lineup, saw the Vargas could play, and I was like, you know what, let's enter it. I then forgot to... That's stupid. I didn't really look at the prize pool. And to see only 10 rare cards, I know it's a midweek, so I understand it. 10 rare cards between 4,283 and still rising. Chani says, Barco is injured, so Pavlicino to play now. Yeah, that could definitely happen. I think Barco's got a hamstring injury, maybe. So yeah, in terms of like the prize pool, obviously there's a star rare available to somebody, 1 out of 4,000 players. But yeah, obviously there's still tier 2s and tier 3 limited to go around as well, which isn't bad at all. But yeah, I just really enjoy getting stuck into the specialist lineups, to be honest. I enjoy the research, and with the limited, it's cheap enough with me to where like I'm not breaking the bank with these players. £7.66, but obviously MLS and a bit of international utility as well now and again, and then £36 like I said. It's basically, if I win the threshold most week, I can then transfer my threshold money into limiteds. You know what I'm saying? And then play the specialist without actually having to, put fiat money in for now. But yeah, let's get into the other prize pools for this game week. I have made some teams already over the last few days for this game week, so I've got a rough idea of what I want, but I obviously need your input as well. Addy just made my week. Chani just made my week, sorry. Addy just said. In terms of the prize pools this week, I really like the look of this under 23 super rare division. Only 49 entrants and 10 prizes. And yeah, the tier 1 super rares, you can get Reina, Evalison, Vieira, Ueda, Xerxes, Cobel, Guardiola. There's some really, really good super rares in here. Tani, Olmo, Openda, Araujo. Yeah, there's some really, really good super rares in there. But yeah, I don't know if I want to risk a super rare team. I can do it. I do have the capabilities this week, but I don't know if I should. Addy said you can join the group chat. He can, to be fair. We'll get Addy in. We'll get Chani in if he wants to join. Yeah, in terms of rare divisions, we've got the All-Star Rare with 10,300 entrants, 220 prizes, sorry. We've got 5-star rares, 6 to 20 tier 1s, and then 75, 21 to 75 tier 2s, and then 76 to 220 tier 3. So, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a competitive midweek. There's a load of people, gunning for the ETH, which is understandable. All-Star Rare Pro, we've got 1,200 entrants so far, 45 prizes, which is not great, but 10 star rares is nice, to be fair. Under 23, 800, just over 800 entrants, 100 prizes, which is not bad, to be fair. I see this rising to like 900, maybe 1,000, by the morning. What have we got? We've got only 3-star rares, which isn't crazy. 10 tier 1s, what's that, 24 tier 2s, and then 60 odd tier 3s isn't terrible at all. Under 23 Pro, just under 200 entrants, 25 prizes, but there's 6 star rares, which is big, and then there's also like 12 tier 1s, which is also nice. What have we got on the tier 1s? Grav, Saliba, Guardiola, Koye, Reina, Vieira, Noah Lang, Milan, Araujo, João Victor. Yeah, there's some nice players in here. De Kaiser for Chani, Dani Olmo. Bork says, have you seen Krogoyev? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, for Zenit. I haven't, to be fair, no. And I can't pronounce... We know how bad I am pronouncing names, so I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, wow, he's got some nice scores. I've seen his face before, to be fair. I hadn't really looked into him, but yeah, he's pretty nice card, to be fair. And 300 quid. Yeah, seems like a decent card. Obviously, the Russian division, yeah, his scores are crazy. I mean, I don't know how many of them are just AA, but we could check, I guess. Yeah, let's check. Let's check how many of those scores are AA scores and how many are not. Okay, so 66, it was an AA score of 30, a decisive there, AA score of 9, another decisive with an AA score, and another decisive. So, yeah, some really good scores, but they are kind of decisive. Like, they're sort of fueled by decisiveness, I guess, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying I'm looking down on that at all, but yeah, seems like a nice little card, to be fair. He is only he's 23, so I'm not sure when does his... Oh no, so he is... so his under 23 eligibility is out this June, so that's a little bit annoying. Shrek says he is massive, so good. So yeah, let's just finish off the prize pools and we'll get into some lineup building. I'm definitely going to need some of your guys' input on that. But yeah, under 23 Pro, like I said, 25 prizes. Got Champions Europe, 90 prizes, which is nice. Obviously, a load of Champions League games, Europa League games, 600 entrants. Champions Europe Pro, 170, 20 prizes. What have we got? 4-star rares. Challenger, we've got 90 prizes again. That's a nice little prize pool, this is. 478. Yeah, that's actually a really nice little prize pool, to be honest. And Challenger Pro, we've got 20. America's slacking, to be fair. Only 16 prizes between 528 participants, and then only 5 between 124, which is poor, but obviously it's understandable. Asia has a load of activity this week, so over 1,000 entrants, 120 prizes, and then 272, and then 20 prizes. And then having a look at limiteds, we've got over 15,000 in the All-Star, 4,000 in the 23s, 2,006 in Champions Europe, 2,000 Challenger, and then 2,000 and 3,000 in America and Asia. And then in the mix, we've got 4,286 in the Specialist and 3,586 in the Underdog, with 86,000 in the Casual. So yeah, competitive midweek. In terms of the matches, I'll just quickly go through them. So we've got one Russian League game, a couple of Europa League games. Rangers will be a tough game. Barcelona as well won't be easy, away to Frankfurt. West Ham Lyon. There's some nice lineups here, to be fair. Leipzig versus Atalanta, also a big game. Obviously, we've got the Champions League ties. Real Madrid, Chelsea is a big one. Villarreal, Bayern Munich. Should see Bayern go through there. Benfica, Liverpool. See if Benfica can upset the Liverpool, which I probably don't see happening. I am really looking forward to watching the Man City Atletico game, actually. That'll be really, really fun. Two completely different teams, two completely different philosophies. Who comes out on top? We got a Championship, almost full fixture. We've got the Europa League ties, Leicester, PSV, Roma, Bode, Marseille are playing PAOK. And then Feyenoord home to Slavia Prague. One Bundesliga game, one Prem game, a J-League full fixture, AFC Champions League, we got a K-League, we got the Copa Libertadores, which obviously River Plate's going to be playing in, and then the CONCACAF, and then we've got a little bit of Mexico as well. So yeah, quite a juicy midweek, to be fair, isn't there? There's a load of games to choose from. Yeah, let's just get into some lineup building before this gets a little boring. So what do I do in terms of where I put my players, right? So I've got two. It looks like I'm going to have two playing under 23 goalkeepers in Tani and Osako. Osako played against Tani on the weekend, got himself a clean sheet. Nobody expected him to start, but for whatever reason, the 40-year-old goalkeeper of Hiroshima either is injured or got COVID, we don't know. And Osako stepped in and got a clean sheet, right? So looks like he's going to start again this midweek, you'd think. But they're playing Marinos, which won't be an easy game. But you'd like to think Marinos are going to, take a load of shots, which means, chances for a load of saves, but it also equally means, losing your clean sheet, right? So it's a fine line with that one. Obviously, he's a rare. And then we've got Tani super rare away to Grampus, 7%. So, yeah, my two keepers aren't favourites, clearly, but hopefully they can save a load of shots, hopefully keep clean sheets. So this is my contemplation, right? I could play a semi-decent under-23 super rare team. We could go Tani in goals. We'll just do this to super rare so I can show you what we got going on, right? So we've got three choices. We could go Eric Garcia, who looks like has a wicked matchup, but whether he plays or not, obviously let me down on the weekend. Does anyone think Garcia is going to start midweek? Let me know, because I think if I knew he was going to play, I'd obviously definitely play him. Nico Williams seems to have a poor matchup against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough just won 4-0 away. At home to Peterborough. Fulham equally just won on the road as well against QPR. So yeah, they know how to keep clean sheets away from home. But this 40 is putting me off a little bit, to be fair. Maybe I shouldn't be put off too much by that. And then Nishio at home to Raysol, who have been good this season, to be fair. Osako just beat Frontail 4-1. Nishio didn't score well, though, but his opposition score seems decent. Whether he sort of, can make that into fruition, I don't know. But I would love to play Garcia here. I would really, really, really like to play Garcia there. And then next, I can't play Daiki because he hasn't been in the squad recently, so I would have to go with Suzuki. Doesn't have a great matchup, though, even though the opposition score's good. And then my only playing forward should be Wook. Cho Young Wook for Seoul. And then, I would have to pick either Nico Williams or Nishio as my extra. I'd probably go with Nico just because he's a little bit more decisive, capable as that defender. Obviously, he is subject to fullback tax. But I could play this team. And I have like a semi-decent amount of confidence in it. But there's obviously question marks over Garcia. There's question marks over how good Fulham are going to be away from home. There's question marks over Suzuki away to Red Diamond. So it looks okay. I just really don't know if it's worth doing, or is it worth me splitting up my super rares and just playing them, the best 2 in under 23 rare pro, a couple more in all-star rare maybe. I don't know. I really want Garcia to play, but I just don't know if he's going to. I'll have a little look on Twitter to see if I can find anything. It could be hard to do that in terms of finding information this early, but yeah, I like following. I mean, I don't follow them right now, but these type of Barcelona accounts, Dembele's priority is always to stay. I want Garcia news, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Let me know if you think there's anything else out there that I could have a look at in terms of finding out if he is going to play. Oh, right. So yeah, there's Ruben Colwill turning up on Football Talent Scout. Ruben's playing for my hometown club, Cardiff City. I'm telling you now, this kid's going to be playing in the Premier League. Remember the name, Ruben Colwill. Just scored his first goal for Wales national team. Look out for him. I'm telling you, he is a serious player. Someone just bought a Kofi unique. So yeah, I mean, right now, I just can't trust that Garcia is going to play. It's just impossible for me to put that amount of trust in Garcia. Just looking at John's tweet here, Leao starts, the chase is on. Muric and Costa to now have howlers, please. Yeah, good luck to John, who's looking to hunt down a podium in under 23 rare pro. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to find anything right now, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Just very frustrating. So maybe it's not the best idea to go with that, to be honest. So we'll scrap that and we'll see what we can build in terms of under 23 rare pro. Well, I have a few rare under 23s that can be quite vital to me. So my issue is here. I want to take advantage of playing 2 super rares. I don't trust Garcia. I don't trust Nico, to be completely honest. I do trust Young Woo, who looks like he has a nice little fixture away though, but I still fancy him. So there's one of my rares definitely in. In terms of midfielders, we've got the super rare and rare Suzuki. We've got Daiki, who's still not fit. And then we've got Enzo Fernandez, who's very hard not to play right now. So he definitely has to play in this team. In terms of forwards, we've got Cody Gakpo, who's away to Leicester. We've got Vitesse, who is equally away to Leicester, but probably won't play. We've then got a Julian Alvarez. We've got Ansu Fati. We've got a Cho Young-wook and a Ryan Cherokee. Obviously, Alvarez and Wook and Gakpo are the 3 options. I like playing Alvarez with Enzo just because they could assist each other, score, whatever. Like, it could be a combined decisive situation, which I really do like. So looking at that, like, I need to then play 2 super rares, right? I don't need to, but I'd like to. So this is where I'm thinking about playing Tani in this position, which vacates one of the super rares. And then obviously I have an extra position now to where I can play another super. Garcia looks the best on paper. It's just whether or not he starts, isn't it? It's a real killer for me. I really don't know whether he's going to start or not, which is my biggest issue. And if that is the case, then even though these scores are good, I'm hearing from my Japanese sources that this is not a great matchup for Shimizu and Suzuki. Carlos Walter says Garcia is 100% playing. Alvarez can't play Europa League and Des is injured, so Araujo will play as a right back and Garcia centre back. Carlos, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. How? You said 100%. Don't do this to me. You're getting me really excited. Like, really excited. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I play Garcia? I really, really don't know. I don't know if I can take him not playing 2 weeks in a game, like 2 game weeks in a row. He's done this to me before as well. I've played him in a midweek and he didn't play, and it cost me a reward. So this would be the 3rd time it happened if he doesn't play this this game week. But Carlos is saying that Garcia is 100% playing. Carlos, are you just doing this to wind me up, or do you really know? Do you really, really know that he's going to play? I understand your point of view in the sense that, you know, Alves can't play Europa. Well, why can't Alves play Europa League, actually? What's the thinking behind that one? I'm interested to know. But yeah, do I go with Eric Garcia? Oh, and you know what? This is kind of funny, actually. But if I do this, I could still play under 23 Super Rare, which is something I do kind of want to do as well. I could do this, right? If Garcia starts, a big if, and then, that didn't save, did it? Let me do this again. So we go Tani, we go Youngwoo, Enzo, Alvarez, and Eric, and we captain Enzo for now, and we save that. I then could technically play a bit of a punty under 23 Super. Why isn't it? What is going on here? What is going on? I'm confused. But yeah, Carlos, I would like to know why you're saying that Alves can't play in the Europa League. Like, is he not registered? Yeah, I'm interested to know that one. I don't want to play. I want to play Youngwoo there. Okay, right. Why isn't this saving? Lineup saved. Right? And then I go here, and it doesn't save. Regardless, right? Well, I'll worry about that again. We could play Osako here. We could then either play Nishio. We'll play Nishio here. We then could go with Yuito. We could then throw in Youngwook as our Super Rare forward. And as our extra player, we could then go with... We could just throw Nico Williams in there. And that could be our Super Rare team for midweek. And that could work. I don't think that's a bad situation at all. For whatever reason, this is not saving. So, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all these teams. I'm just going to scrap them all. Carlos says, because Barca could only inscribe 3 winter transfers, which were Ferran, Alba, and Traore. So you're saying that the Dani Alves isn't in the Europa League squad? Is that correct? If it is, that's huge news. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll throw Enzo as captain for now. Okay, and then we'll go with that Super Rare team that we just did, and we'll see what we've got left over. Maybe this is a bit of a stretch. Maybe I shouldn't really be doing this. But I just find it hard not to. With like only 50 managers entered, like I really see there being a little gap there. Carlos says Lenglet and Umtiti are also injured, and the only other option is playing Mingueza, which is impossible. I'm not sure if Lenglet is injured, to be completely honest. I'm pretty sure he was on the bench yesterday. Let me check. I'm checking on my phone now. Yeah, Lenglet was on the bench yesterday. I don't know if you can see it very well. But yeah, Lenglet was on the bench yesterday, so he's definitely not injured as far as I'm aware. So I'd be interested to see. Yeah. So I'm not sure how accurate that Lenglet information is. Nonetheless, I still think Garcia plays. Jordan Wallace says, yeah, Dani Alves isn't registered. Jordan, that is huge information that you've just confirmed there. Okay, that makes me a lot more confident, guys. It really does, I'll be honest. I really like the look of this team. I really like the look of it. So yeah, we'll keep that as it is now. I don't mind the look of this team either, to be completely honest. Like, it's got a lot to do. It really does. But I still don't mind it with, you know, the amount of lineups. There's only 50 lineups right now. That means 1 in 5 people are gonna win a card. So yeah, that is interesting to see. I don't have enough players now to build. I don't have any other playing under 23 goalkeepers. Wait there. What about if... Right, wait there. This could be a complete stretch. But hear me out. I have 3 playing goalkeepers, right? I could throw in Marciano here. We could go Nico Williams. We could go Suzuki. We could go Wook. And we could go Nishio. Again, it's a massive stretch, I know. It is. But that would then allow me to play an under 23 lineup. Right? So we could go Wesley Fofana. I then have 2 options, right? I don't know if there's any Brazilian expert in here, but I've fallen upon a Maicon that's just got a move to Corinthians. And they're away to Club Always Ready in the Copa Libertadores, I think. So he's just moved from Shakhtar. I've owned him for like 6 months. I've been patient with him. He's finally got a move. Do I play him in there? And then go Nico Williams and play a cheeky under 23 team as well. And then I would probably captain Gakpo. I think that could be the play, you know. I really do think that could be the play. We've got a decent under 23 team. We've got a really solid under 23 pro team. We've got we've got a competitive all-star super rare team. I wouldn't say it's, you know, gonna win anything, but it is competitive. The only thing I'm looking at here, there's only 17 prizes and 250 entrants. So yeah, it could be very tough for us to win something there. Do you think maybe I'm wasting this lineup here? Let me know what you think. Maybe it's worth me dropping down and going into All-Star Rare Pro and like not playing a few of those supers. Maybe that could be the shout, actually. What I'll do is... I'm deleting things again. Right, let me go back into the into this situation. We'll go for Fofana. We'll play Maicon. He is a risk. I don't know if he's going to start, to be completely honest with you. But we're going to try it anyway. We'll captain Gakpo. And then All-Star Rare Pro. So we have 2 options. We can go Armani or we can go Marciano. I don't know who has the better lineup. Or who has the better fixture here. According to Sorare data, Armani has the better chance of a clean sheet. Even though they're away. And then Marciano's home to Slavia Prague. But for whatever reason, this matchup thing's really low. And I mean, I know I've looked on SofaScore and Slavia Prague do score goals, to be fair. So maybe Feyenoord are at risk of conceding to the degree that the Sorare data thing is telling me. So yeah, maybe I should just trust Sorare data and go with the Armani play and throw Armani in here. And then as my defender, obviously I did buy the stack of I bought the Casco, didn't I, to go with him, which would be nice to stack. So maybe, I mean, we'll just look at it here. So we can go Nico, we can go Nishio, we can go Casco. I think the play is definitely to stack both of them together. And then in terms of midfielders, we could go Ramsey, we could go Suzuki, we could go Nicolas de la Cruz. Does de la Cruz start is the contemplation. Forward, we can go Young Wook. We'll definitely play Wook in here. Carlos says, oh, sorry, but I still think I see it. No, don't be sorry, Carlos. You've given me information that I wasn't aware of, so I'm so grateful for you sharing that with me for sure. But yeah, you still think Garcia's a starter. So that's good news. Very good news for us. Yeah, midfielder. Do we use De La Cruz? Do we think he starts? We've got a Ramsey. I don't fancy that game away to Braga, though, to be completely honest. I think we might go De La Cruz. And then maybe for our other super rare, we either go Nico or we go Nishio. Nico has a tougher game, but he plays in a better team. But then Nico also is subject to fullback tax. Nishio obviously plays centre-back. So, yeah, there's pros and cons to both. I think Nico is the better option, if I'm honest. And then I'd probably captain Casco. The Porto lineups are available, Chani, if you're looking. We've got Vitinha. Fabio Vieira is starting. Wow. I did not expect that, to be honest. Vieira starting. Vitinha starting. My friend's just texted me saying Vieira's starting. Yeah, that's annoying. I didn't even play Vieira at all this weekend, so that is that's very, very annoying. Yeah. Flipping out, that's so annoying. Oh, no, I didn't play my Vieira. So easy to say afterwards, though, isn't it? So easy. Yeah, as an all-star rare pro lineup, I really don't think this is bad at all. So we're going to confirm that. And then we're going to do all-star. Jonathan says, any tip? Yeah, wicked question, Jonathan, to be completely honest. It's a really good question. It's hard to answer it really in a definitive way, because everyone's like strategies and the way they view super rares / rares is going to be different, right? It's really tough to say. Like, if you can find super rares that average like 50 to 60 points every game for like half the price of a rare that, scores, 70 to 80 on a good day, but 40s on most, on the other days, then for me, I think and the super rare is cheaper, then I would probably edge towards the super rares or trying to get at least one super rare in a pro lineup. It's not like required, to be honest, obviously, because you can play 5 rares. That is a thing. You can definitely play 5 rares. But do I think you need super rares? No. Do I think they're optimal? Yes. If they average if you're getting a defender that averages like 50 every game, obviously with the super rare bonus, you're looking at like 60s, maybe 65s, which is a nice little score to go with your, your tier 1, maybe your star rare cards. So yeah, if I had to, if I had a nice little budget now and I wanted to play a pro division or whatever it's called, I would definitely try and get at least one super rare in. But one problem that I've got is a lot of my super rares aren't guaranteed starters, and that comes with the territory of being an under 23, right? So if you're just playing a pro division that is an under 23, there's probably a lot more certainty around the players that you're looking at, to where if you are getting the super rare versions of those players, they're probably going to start, is what I'm getting at, right? So, yeah, I mean, in terms of allocation, it's hard to me. You haven't given me a budget. If you give me a budget, then I can maybe work with something in terms of allocations. But, yeah, I would definitely try and focus on maybe getting tier 2 super rares in over a tier 1 rare, is basically what you're asking. And that would basically be my answer. Yeah, Shakaboom says Taremi is out. Just texting my friend back to tell him that Taremi is injured. So yeah, in terms of all-star rare, we do now have allocation of a starting forward, which is nice. We've got a cameo that we can play. In terms of defenders, we've got a Diego Leite. I'm not sure if we've got any Portuguese experts in the chat. Whether he starts against Rangers, I really don't know. But we do have a Nico Williams spare, so it'd be stupid for us not to play him. Our only 2 options in midfield is a Suzuki rare and an Aaron Ramsey. Again, does Ramsey play is the issue. He scored in the Old Firm on Saturday, where Rangers lost 2-1. Does he play, though? I really don't know. So that's why I'm edging with Suzuki, if I'm honest. And then as our extra, I mean, we kind of have to play one of them, don't we? Fatty's probably not going to be fit. Cherokee's definitely not fit. We could play Ueda, to be fair, as a common. But I'd probably just go with Ramsey and just risk it. I mean, I'm not looking at this lineup to win me a card, to be honest. I'm just hoping for some sort of threshold. Maybe I'll just go with that. Yeah, I mean, this whole Garcia situation, that's really changed things for me in terms of being able to allocate my super rares elsewhere. So, yeah, so what we're looking at an all-star rare team with Marciano, Williams, Suzuki, Kami, and Ramsey. We've got an all-star rare pro team with the River Plate boys, and then we've got Cho Young-wook super rare and Nico super rare, which is looking like a decent team. Pedro is in the chat. Pedro, what is going on? Just when I needed you, Pedro, you've turned up. Pedro, talk to me about Diego Leite this midweek. Is he going to play against Rangers? What do you think? Thank you, Rodrigo. But yeah, I hope you're well. Haven't seen you for a little while. So yeah, I hope everything's good with you. Everything's good with me. Thank you, mate, for asking. Anton says, I'd be surprised if Ramsey doesn't start, scored at the weekend. Yeah, that's my thinking as well. They did lose, though, so I know, like, sometimes managers don't really care who scores when you lose old firms. But no, I do agree with you, Anton, to be fair. I do think Ramsey probably starts, doesn't he? So maybe I'd probably change my captain there. If we think Ramsey starts, then I'd probably go and captain Ramsey. So yeah, that's fine. Maybe we don't need Leite to even start for us. Going down to our under 23 team, we've got Osako in goals. We've got Wesley Fofana at home to PSV. We've got Maicon, who's playing against Club Always Ready, which is a great club name, I think. In the Copa Libertadores for Corinthians, where he's just moved from. There's no guarantee he walks into the team. I did see a tweet, though, of like Sorare Brazil or something saying that they expect him to play. So that's why I'm going with him. And then pairing him with Cody Gakpo as our captain and another Nico Williams. So yeah, we're all aboard the Nico Williams train this weekend. This midweek, sorry. Hopefully he can come up with the goods. He hasn't had a decisive for a few weeks. He did win a penalty on the weekend, but it was given as a handball. So that was super annoying. And then, yeah, last but not least, the under-23 pro team, which is our strongest team by a mile. Tani super rare, Garcia super rare, Enzo Fernandez rare, Julian Alvarez rare, and then Seo Young-woo rare as well. I'm actually really happy with these teams. Like, I'm really satisfied with just the way they look, the way I think they're going to go. I'm even quite happy with the All-Star Rare Pro team and the All-Star team as well. We've managed to get 5 rares out, which is rare for us. We're always normally quite short on a forward, but you know, seeing as though we're playing Young Wook here, we're able to play Kamiya in the All-Star team. We're just completely praying that Eric Garcia plays for Barcelona on Thursday. But yeah, I'm happy with that team. We'll go into make our Sorare Mega teams. I'll show you how I got on like this game week. I don't think I got many victories, if I'm completely honest. I'm not drinking beer, by the way. It is only a 10-calorie monster. Just in case you were concerned if I had a drinking problem. But yeah, in terms of why can't we find... Sorare Mega, what are we going to do with you? You're freezing for us when we need you the most. Come on. Maybe my Wi-Fi's gone out. Maybe it hasn't. Hopefully it hasn't. That would be super annoying. What's going on here? Rodrigo said, I don't know, mate. It's a hard prediction. Leite and the other centre-back have been rotating a lot. The last time Braga played in the Europa League, Leite got benched. I'm not confident about him starting. Thank you, Rodrigo, for the information. I do really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Leite's having a real tough time right now, isn't he, for Braga? He started off the season quite well, but I don't know what's happened recently. Well, obviously, he's getting rotated, like you said, but yeah, a little bit disappointing. But regardless, okay, so we did win. We won our Mega 3. Nico Williams, captain, Kosanu and Sergio Gomez came up clutch. So there's a nice little Mega 3 win there, but nothing in terms of top 10. Mega 5, how did we get on in Mega 5? If it wants to load, sorry for the delay in. I don't know what's going on. We've upgraded our Wi-Fi. We've done everything we can for faster Wi-Fi, and we're still here in this situation. So, yeah, a little bit annoying. Maybe we should just go in and build our GW259 teams. I'm just going to show you how I got on in terms of the SD League, which as you could see there by the scores, I did lose. We lost to Theo94 at SIT. He had Vanek in captain, SMS. Stephen Berghaus scored well as well. Sinister on the bench. Garcia obviously DMP, but Sergio Gomez came in for him. Gakpo on the bench, and Ferreira got a 26. Frankie Amaya got red carded. Leite was first choice, but then Carmo, a Braga academy centre back, recovered from a long-term injury and now is just part of a big rotational defence. It's disappointing. It is disappointing, but I do really appreciate the information, Rodrigo. Okay, let's make some teams for Mega 11. Maybe we can get out on a Mega 11. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. So we've got 4 playing goalkeepers. I think the one with the best chance of a clean sheet is probably. Oh, we do have Vargas as well. Maybe we go Vargas as our. I forgot that I have. Limiteds that I can play here as well. Okay, we'll go Seo Young Woo. We'll go Eric Garcia. We'll go Milton, and then we'll go Ray. No, we'll keep Milton for another stack. We'll play Wesley in here. Nice little back 4. In the midfield, we'll go. What should we do here? We'll go Maicon. I'm going to keep all the River Boys for the Mega 5. I don't know why. I've just got a nice feeling about that. We'll go Escara here. And we'll go Ramsey. Up front, we'll go Jordan Morris. We'll throw Kamiya in here. And we'll throw Young Wook in here. And we'll captain Woo. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get out a Mega 8. I might have to skip that and go Mega 5. I might not have the players to do so. Why is this taking so long? Very frustrating. Very, very annoying. Okay, that's saved. We'll play our full River stack in Mega 5, hoping that we hit it big and get ourselves a Mega 5 reward. Come on. Oh, this is really frustrating. Maybe it's just the Sorare Mega site. Guys, is this slow for you? Is anyone on a laptop right now that can check if their Sorare Mega is acting up? I'd be interested to know. Come on. Oh, this is killing me. I might have to just do this later because I'm not willing to put you through waiting for me or waiting for Sorare Mega to load. It's not fair. Rodrigo says, Shrek said it is slow. Okay, fair enough. Rodrigo says, have you looked into the captain Sorare yet? I'll be honest, Rodrigo, I actually haven't. I'll be completely honest. But I'll have a look now. Captain Sorare. Okay. Let's play. Rodrigo says, yeah, it's down. Okay. Okay, we're back, I think. We're back. I'll have a look at the Captain Sorare after we've thrown in our Mega 5 team. So we can go... We'll go Amani in goals once it loads. We'll go Amani in goals. We'll go Casco, De La Cruz, Enzo, and Alvarez. We'll captain Alvarez and do that. But yeah, what's this situation? UEFA Cup. Free to enter. Maximum reward 10,000 experience. Captain common plus captain. Nearly full. But what, do you win anything? Is there anything to win? I'd be interested to know. Okay, well, I might look into that later, to be fair. But yeah, let me know, Rodrigo, if there's anything you can win in that Captain Sorare. Just having a look on Twitter. Tony Watt with a new YouTube video. Tactics paying off. Oh yeah, we got a new club today, didn't we? Interesting. Right, is this loaded for us? Okay, yeah, we're back. Can we field a Mega 8? Let's see if we can. Rodrigo says, yeah, you win card prizes for the first 10, I believe. That is interesting, Rodrigo. I'll definitely have a look into that. Okay, let's get some more lineups out. So we can go, we'll have to just go Nico and Nishio. Midfield 3 of Roldan. Oh, we're struggling here, aren't we? Daiki, how many forwards do we have? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to put out a Mega 8, to be honest. Rodrigo says, basically, you pick your captain from your Sorare club and then get a budget to put out a team. Okay, interesting. That does sound pretty interesting, actually. I'll definitely have a look into that. Yeah, that is super interesting. What is this? Little cheeky Spanish stream. Busquets didn't lose a single ball yesterday. That's wild. I also saw this as well. This is sick, guys. Have a look at this. Somebody did like a Moments like concept card, and it just looks really good. And Sorare probably need to hire him because this is really, really good. Like really, really good. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Right, let's just do our Mega 3 and then we'll just call it a day there, I think. So Mega 3, who have we got left to play? We'll probably have to throw in Cody, don't we? It'd be stupid not to. We'll throw in Roldan and we'll throw in a Nico Williams, hoping he gets us something. So I'm probably going to end the stream there, guys, on that note. I will be back Thursday for the game week 260, which is where we can use the legends for the first time, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, it looks like I've got my teams locked in. I'll probably keep them as they are, to be honest. I'm actually really happy with what they're looking like. Hopefully, I saw that Diego Leite is starting, so that should mean I am in the prizes. Yeah, I'm in the tier 3 prizes for the under 23s. I'm currently 332 points. I need 42 points for a tier 2 rare, which is going to be tough to do. But nonetheless, hopefully we can stay in the tier 3s and maybe push into the tier 2s, but very unlikely. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the stream. If you're new around here, subscribe. And yeah, guys, I shall see you on Thursday. There will be a new video tomorrow. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow's video. I'll give you a bit of context. It is something to do with under 23s and the World Cup. So yeah, look out for that. I'll be uploading that tomorrow. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next stream.